Hello friends, this is Praveen. Welcome to the course on PHP and MySQL. In my last video, I have discussed about prepared statement in PHP. Today, I am going to discuss about file uploading in MySQL database with PHP. Before watching this video, I strongly recommend to watch my video on inserting data, display inserts record, and prepared statement. File uploading. So many a time, online application form submission, uploaded files like images or documents need to be associated with the applicants. So to do to achieve this thing, there are two ways. First is to upload the file in a folder and store the file path information in database. And the other way is to upload files directly in the database itself. So today we will see the second method. First, we have already seen my earlier video how to upload a file into a folder. So today we will see the second method, how to upload a file in a database. So the form we will use is here a uh, name input. So it should be required and plus must contain alphabets and void space. Gender, uh, user must check one of the radio button, and then file to select the file. We will use image, how to upload an image. So the data type, long blob data type will be used in the database. And the submit button. On clicking that button, the form will be submitted in the database. So we need to create a table in the database which will hold this information. So let us get back to our WAMP server and then PHP my admin dashboard. We can create there itself, but we'll create using this GUI West root. Just click on go since there is no password. Now this is online PHP project. So this is the folder. This is the database rather. So I'll just create a new table, appl and id. This is the id, and I'll make it to auto increment so that we don't have to pass information for this column. Go, and the moment I clicked it auto increment, it becomes a primary key column. Next is name. Name, just choose varchar 50. Then this gender. Gender is for varchar 10, and then img image. We'll use var blob binary log long object. So the data, the max file size, when I use long blob, max file size will be limited to 4 GB. So I'm just using this long blob. If you use medium blob, then it will be limited to 16 MB only. So just click on go. Okay, right. Let me check it how. Save. So it has created. Now if you check our structure, it is having ID, name, gender, and ANSI. So now get back to our editor. We will make the HTML form. So this is the PHP projects folder on which we were working with. So we'll add a new file. imgdb, and just open it. Now within this, we will add a form tag, action. We will use this PHP script and then start and echo HTML special chars $_ server php_self to avoid excesses. Now method has to be post since we want to upload a file, and then encryption type. It should be a multi-part form data. That's it. Slash, and within this form, I will add a table. Table slash table, and we will add tr slash tr 3 tds slash td. Okay, so we can add here call span 3 and align is center. Here I can use another tag h3 slash h3, and within this I will use please fill the form. It's a very simple form. It is having only name, gender, and file. That's it. So tr slash tr and then td slash td. Two more tds, one for name, one for the input, and one for the error message. Control C, Control V, Control V, name, gender, file, and then one more for the button. So what we will do here, we will make this one td, we will remove this one, and we will put this call span 3, call span 2, right? And here name, input type, text, name is name, value will not use right now. So this one, and I will just use this one. Echo $name ERR, just to see the validation error. Gender, and for gender we will use this radio button. Input type, input type is radio, name is gen, value is m, and then use male so that end user gets to know this is for male. And then just copy and paste it this thing. Control C, Control V. Just check here F and then female. That's it. The name of the gender radio buttons should be same so that only one out of these radio buttons gets selectable. And then we will use for validation. HP this one, and then this echo $gen ERR. That's it. Now up select image, and here we'll use a file input input type file, name is fupload. That's it. And we'll use here image tag uh, because I want suppose here we'll just check it, then I will tell you why we require an image tag here. So I will just put some input. Let me finish first. Input type, submit, value is cancel. That's it. And then another is input type is equal to submit, name is equal to submit, value is equal to submit. That's it. So before starting, we need to actually initialize our variables which we have used. So dollar name ARR is equal to $gen ARR is equal to blank. That's it. Just save it. Now press function 12 to check everything looks good. So now if you click on browse, you are able to select the file, but you don't know which file and how it looks. So we need to get the feature that whenever a user select the file, it should get displayed beside that mm, file input. So what we can do, since it is a client-side action, so we'll have to use JavaScript. So let us get back to first our PPT, then we'll see how we can do it. So JavaScript code to display image. So what we have done here, we have used script type text JavaScript and we will place it within head tag. We can place it anywhere, but we'll place it within head tag. So a function is there, preview underscore image event. Since whenever we select a file, it's an event. So, and after that, within that function, you will instantiate a file reader object, which is used to read the file. It is a class in the JavaScript or JavaScript language. So, and once it is instantiated, we will read the file and we will read as data URL. So reader.read as data URL, which files we will read? Event. So this event will be raised by this file input and event.target. So the input who has raised this event and then the files 0. So 0th index file will be read as data URL. So it starts reading the contents of the specified block. Once finished, the result attribute contains a data URL representing the file's data. And after complete load, a handler for the load event is called. This event is triggered, reader.alert. Each time the reading operation is successfully completed. So when all the data, all the file data is read, then it will call the function. And after calling the function, it will it will find an element, document.getElement by ID test. And this ID, I'm just going to make it an ANSI tag. And then I will set the src of this AMSI tag to the result of this reader object. Then it should get displayed. So we'll just do on our reader and see how it works. So within this, just we will, oh sorry, script type text JavaScript slash. So first we'll make an img tag. Img id is equal to test, and then I'll set the height and width as well. Height is equal to 150 px and width to 100 px. That's it. And then we'll make a function, JavaScript function. So that function will be called by this file input. So whenever a file is selected, some change will take place. So on change, we'll call that function. On change, we'll call this function preview underscore image. We can give any name. Just you have to pass event as the parameter. Control C. Copy it, and now within this script, we'll make the function. Function, just paste it. That's it. So here, within this function, we will instantiate a reader, file reader object where it is equal to new file reader, and this reader object will read the file as a data URL. So reader dot read as data URL, and which file it should read? It should read the file from event.target.files 0th index. So first file will be read, and we'll call, once complete file is read, we'll call a method. So reader.onload is equal to function. That's it. So within this function, what we will do, we'll make a, we'll initialize a variable where output is equal to document. So it will search document dot get element by id, and it will search within this document if there is an element with this named. So I will pass this id test. We have used this test id for this img tag. So this element will be saved within this output, and now we'll set the src attribute of this img tag as the reader's result. So output dot src is equal to reader dot result. That's it. Just save it. Press function 12. Browse. Click on. You see this. The image. The immediately you browse any image. It it comes beside that file input. You can see here. If you click on another file, so every file whichever you are selecting, it is coming just beside this the file input. So you end user will get to know if his file is looking good or not, or they want to put some other files or not. So this is how we can use JavaScript to display it uh, just after selecting the file. Now we need to implement our validation for these inputs, gender and name. So we'll just use this, and before implementing this validation, we will include our database file. So con proc Yes, conproc.php, php. And after that, if it's set $_post. So if this button, the submit button is clicked, then only the data should get inserted, or uh, it should check all these validations and requirements. So we'll just copy from our earlier videos. So this page, we have used our name validation and then gender validation. So I'm just copying this thing. Control C. I'll just paste here. That's it. So what has been done? $name for name validation, HTML special class stream $_post name. This HTML special class and stream is used for to avoid XSS attack. And then if it is empty, $name is equal to name error, name is required. If you have any doubt regarding validation of inputs, then please watch my videos on form security and validation. So name error, name is required, check is equal to 0. So before that, we'll initialize a variable as well. $check is equal to 1. So what I'm doing? So every time a validation error comes, I'm just setting this check flag to 0. Else if this is the pragmat, so only alphabets and white space is allowed. And then for the gender, you just should check the radio button. Now will come if $check will equal to 1. Then only we will process. Rest we don't need. Now how we can do here? We'll just go back to our presentation and then we'll write here. So first we'll see if is underscore uploaded underscore file $_ files f upload tmp underscore name. This is to check if the file is selected or not. We have seen in my previous video regarding file uploading in PHP. At that time, we have seen all these details. So we will see here if is underscore uploaded underscore file $_ files f upload tmp underscore name. So if the file is present in the tmp folder, which is in the WAM64 folder, if it is present, then we will read the content using this file underscore get underscore contents method, and then we can encode it, or will encode later on, and then we'll read the mime code $img type $_ files f upload, and then we will read this size of the file. So, and after reading all these things, we will make a command that parameterized query. So insert into this appl, it should be appl, it is not actually a trainee, it should be appl, name, gender, img, values, this question mark, and then $stmt. So we will prepare the statement. If you have any doubt regarding prepared statement, please watch my previous video on prepared statement. So MySQL underscore prepare $con $cmd, and then we'll bind the params. So $stmt sss, since the inputs we are expecting as a string, so s is for name, s is for gender, s is for img, and then the values. So $name is for name, $gen is for gender, and for image imgdb. And after picking all this, binding all these parameters with the prepared this statement, we will execute the statement. So if this gets executed, that means our record has been inserted. So after inserting, we'll pick the application id of the that record. So $id is equal to mysql I underscore insert underscore id, and this is the dollar $con. So last inserted record, it will return the last ID of the last inserted record. So and then we will print that value. So we'll just see it on our editor. So this one, if dollar check, so user has entered correct name and selected the gender, then we will process our this file data. So if now if is underscore uploaded underscore file. So if it is uploaded, where underscore files have upload, then if it is uploaded, then only. So what we will use here, f upload and then tmp underscore name. So if it has reached to the tmp folder, then only we will process. Otherwise, else we will echo please select an image to upload. That's it. And if image is selected, we will read the before reading the content, we'll check all these constraints. So $f type or f type is equal to control, just copy it and then we'll paste control C, control V, type. So this will return the mime code of the file, and then we'll check if $f type is equal to or. So we'll permit image /jpeg. We are permitting only jpeg or jpeg file and png file. $f type is equal to image /png. So this one, if this happens, else if it is not the case, then we will echo just echo please select or only jpg jpg jpeg or png files can be uploaded. That's it. After that, if the file is there, we will read the size of the file. So $f size is equal to control V. Here it should be size, so it will return in the number of bytes. That's it. Now we'll put another condition. If $f size is less than 1024 is 1 KB and then 00, so 100 KB. If it is less than 100 KB, then only else will make a will print the message echo uh, file size should be less than 100 KB. That's it. And after that, we will use this one. once all these constraints are passed, we will read the file. So $img is equal to file underscore get underscore contains, and then we pass this one. So this file will be read, and then we will encode it. So dollar mg underscore anc is equal to base64 underscore encode dollar img. And now we'll tell the mime code as well, because once it gets encoded, it will lose the, when we read its file underscore get underscore contains, it will lose the file type. It will become a binary raw data. So we have to tell the mime code as well, so that while displaying, we don't have to tell the mime code. So we'll save the mime code as well. So $imgdb is equal to data colon f type, $f type. So this is holding the mime code, and after that we will use base 64. This base 64 is meant for, as only 64 characters are used to encode the file. That's why it is called base 64. And those characters are lowercase alphabets, uppercase alphabets 26, 26, 52, and then 0 to 9 numbers. So 62, and one is plus character, and then forward slash. So this 64 characters are used to encode the file raw data. That's why it is called as base 64, and then comma. So from this comma, but the real raw data will come. So base 64 $img underscore nc. That's it. So this one, and after that we need to prepare this parameterized query. So $cmd is equal to insert into appl appl. This is name, gender, and values question mark question mark question mark. That's it. So these are the parameters. So now we have to prepare our statement. So $stmt is equal to mysql I underscore prepare $con comma $cmd. Now we need to bind the values of this parameters, name this parameters. So we will use this function mysql I underscore stmt underscore bind underscore param, and then we will pass this $stmt comma this one. So the data type we are expecting for name, gender, and img all are strings, so we will pass all three as comma $name comma $gen comma $imgdb. This one. So this one, now we need to execute the statement. So if mysql I underscore stmt underscore execute $stmt. So if it gets executed, it means data has been submitted. So echo. So if this gets executed, so it will insert a record, and then this ID column, it will generate an value, auto incremented value for that. So we'll pick that value. So $ID is equal to MySQL I underscore insert underscore ID. So it will return the last the ID value, auto incremented value for the last record inserted over this $con variable. So now we will echo data submitted successfully. And your application ID is ID is $ID. That's it. And just save it. Press function 12. So into on line 52. On line 52, okay. This should be a string. Save it. Press function 12. Everything looks good. So I'm just giving my name, Praveen, mail, and if we don't choose any file, just click on submit. Let us please select an image. So we can use this Praveen mail. Now I'm just using some other file, submit, only JPG or PNG files. So this the message is just we need to change this one, JPG. Just save it. Press function 12 again. So now Praveen mail, and I'm just giving another a file. This one is JPG file but 4.78 MB. Submit. File size should be less than 100 KB. So everything, whatever constraint is there, everything is working. Now I will try to save a file which is fulfilling all these conditions. So we'll pass some value here. This one, what is this? 77.4 KB, and it is a PNG file. So it should get passed. Submit. So data submitted successfully and your application ID is 1. Now we'll check on this database if the data has submitted or not. So we'll see here this one blob. So this data has come. Now we will see, will will display this inserted data in our application form. So how we can do, we'll just make another file here, new file, imgdisp. Disp.php. So here, and what we will need, we will need a form tag, action, post, or get, whatever you want to use. Cancel. So I'm using post. Then, okay, sorry, action, it should not be post, it should be method. Method is equal to post. Action is on this page itself. Echo HTML special chars dollar underscore server PHP underscore self. That's it. And then we will just close this tag and slash. And we will need this ID. I'm just making this ID, and input type is equal to text, then value, oh sorry, name should be id, whatever you can write, and then we'll use this one button to search. So input type is equal to submit, name is equal to search, and then value, it's search. That's it. Just in the design view, have our form looks like okay, fine. So everything looks good. Now we will add this one. We'll add our PHP script. First thing, we need to include our database information. So conproc.php. Next, if it's set $_post, this search button. So if the search button is clicked, then we'll pick the value. So $id is equal to $_post id. And since we expect a numeric value, so we'll validate here as well. So if, so we will give a tab if is underscore numeric to avoid our SQL injection is numeric $id. So if it is numeric, then only we'll process, else we will echo please enter a numeric value for a numeric ID. So if it is a numeric value, then we'll pass this, we'll make a SQL statement. So $cmd is equal to select star, select star from appl where id is equal to $id. We can pass directly, but for uniformity I put it in single quote. So $cmd. Now we need to execute it. So, and since it is a selector statement, it will return some values. We will store that into $res. So MySQL I underscore query $con comma $cmd. Now we'll check if it has returned some value or not. So if MySQL I underscore num underscore rows. So if it is returns some value, then it should be greater than 0. So if it returns some values, then it will be greater than 0. Else we will write echo there is no record with id is equal to $id. But what if there is a record? We'll make, if there is a record, we will convert the record into an array form. So $row is equal to MySQL I underscore fetch underscore array is equal to, oh sorry, array $res. So all the information whatever is stored in the $res, so it will be converted into associative array. Now what we want, we will just close our PHP script here. since we need to print it into a table. So we'll make a table here, enter slash table, and we'll give this border 2px, and then style, we'll use border collapse. That's it. Now tr slash tr, and we will use td slash td slash td, and one more td to display our image. So call row span is equal to 2, and within this I will use an img tag. Img src is equal to this one, and then height and width. Height is equal to 150 px, and width is equal to 100 px. That's it. And then this is for name, and here we will print our echo $row name. And here in the src we will print the data for the image. So what we will do here, we can just print echo $row img. That's it. And now for the gender, another tr slash tr, and here we will use 2td, since this row span, it will cover the second td as well. So gender, and here we will give another echo. So we will print the value, echo $row, sorry, echo $row gender. That's it. Save it, press function 12, right? If I click and give some number search, there is no record. If I try to invoke some SQL query, SQL injection, please enter a numeric value. So it will not accept. Now if I write 1, it is returning the image which is stored in the database. If I try, I will insert another record here. So I'm just trying Fazan mail and giving another image. So this one, submit. So application ID is 2. We'll see this now, if the record is coming or not. 2, search. So record is coming. Now get back to our presentation first. So we have seen how to upload a file in MySQL database with PHP, and how to display that file in the back to the browser using PHP. So In my next video, I will be discussing about $_cookies and $_ sessions in PHP. Thank you for watching the video. If you liked the video, then please like, subscribe, and share it.